doing out there? This is Jermaine from the Cutting Edge. We're doing something special for you. Cutting Edge and Nonsense Sports have collaborated to bring you a preview of this NBA season. I have my good friend Francis. He's going to just diagram the Eastern Conference and who he sees coming out the Eastern Conference. And I'm going to do the same for you, but I'm going to do it on the West side. I'm going to do it on the Western Conference. So, without further ado, Francis is going to tell you who he feels is his favorite in the East and who his squad he's going with in the East. But I'm going to start things off a little. I'm going to start things off with the Western Conference. And let's talk about the Western Conference and who I personally see coming out of the West this season. I don't think it's a big surprise if you follow my videos who's my team. I don't think it's a big surprise of who I think is going to bring the biggest impact when it comes to the Western Conference. And that is none other than the Los Angeles Lakers. When we're talking about the Lakers, we have to remember that yes, they went 37-45 last year, finished 10th in the Western Conference, but I think it's very key for us to also remember that they missed a lot of time. We had a lot of injuries. Kyle Kuzma went down, Lonzo Ball went down, LeBron James went down for 15 plus games. Rajon Rondo was hurt. JaVale McGee was hurt. We had so many injuries to A, we could not bond in jail, and B, when we did play, we were playing hurt. So, and then comes the inexperience of playing together because we didn't get time to gel with each other. So, that was last year. This is a completely different year with a completely different squad. One of the issues with us last year was our shooting. Our shooting was a big issue last year. We added Quinn Cook. We added Danny Green. We added Anthony Davis. These are three big additions that we added. And I feel like they are going to pay off for us in the long run. Our bench is still not what I would like to consider a top-notch bench. I don't consider the bench that we have right now can get it done if we have a horrific injury go down to someone. But we'll see. I think the biggest X factor in our entire season, believe it or not, is going to be Dwight Howard. It depends on what form of Dwight we get. If we get the same Dwight that was, and this is not popular opinion, but just listen to me when I say this. If we get the same Dwight Howard that played with Kobe and Nash, we're going to be phenomenal. It is what it is. That Dwight Howard did not fit in with that group of guys because that Dwight Howard felt like he had to be the guy. When you have Kobe Bryant on the court with you, I'm going to let you know now, you're never the guy. You can ask Shaq. You can ask any Paul Gasol. You're not the guy. You're a guy. In the words of WWE superstar Roman Reigns, you're not the guy. You're a guy when that man is on the court. So, with that, if we still have that Dwight, we'll be fine. We'll have someone who can rebound. We'll have someone who can run the floor. We'll have someone who can actually give us a inside-out game that we can go to when we want to slow the game up. If we're going against the Golden State Warriors, we do not want to run up and down the floor with the Golden State Warriors. I don't care what anyone tells you. You're not going to win. Ask Toronto. You're not going to win like that. You have to slow the game down with Golden State. And with Dwight Howard there, we can really do that. And I do like, not to get off topic, and we're going to talk about the Warriors also in this series, but I do like the addition of Willie Cauley Stein that Golden State picked up. I felt like he was someone who wasn't really talked about, but he can really add depth to your team. But back on LA, right now, I think our X factor is Dwight Howard, but also someone who no one is talking about, Alex Caruso. Alex Caruso is going to be a big contributor to how we go about in the season. He's going to be a big contributor to us. His defense, his knowledge of the game, his explosiveness on offense. I think a lot of times we don't really think about Alex Caruso as being an explosive player, but he will jump out of the gym if he has to, and he can also step back and shoot the three. So, with that being said, if I was to say How many wins do I see my Los Angeles Lakers getting this season? I would state from 55 to 60. I know that's a lot. I know. I know. How you go from 37 wins to 60 wins? That's almost a 30 win difference. I know. But when you have Anthony Davis and when you have LeBron James, and a lot of people are sleeping on the fact that we have kept Rajon Rondo. When you have those three factors, you have someone who can run the pick and roll. You got someone who can run the pick and pop. You have someone who can ISO if they have to. You have playmakers. Now you have shooters. The only thing that wasn't really constructed was the bench. But mark my word, if Kyle Kuzma comes into the starting lineup, which means he has proven himself, the Los Angeles Lakers are going to be deadly. They're going to be very dangerous. Maybe we shouldn't even call this the Western Conference Finals, or we need to put a nickname on this because of what's going on with the Clippers. From now on, Los Angeles, it's the battle of the Staples. Battle of the Staples. Staples Center, I hope y'all ready for one hell of a season. Lake Nation, stand up. Let's go.